New at 11, the clock is ticking tonight for the thousands of California renters. Housing advocates tell us KPIX 5's John Ramos, the only way to prevent a wave of evictions is for the state to bust the backlog in the program it's set up to prevent them.
There is a storm coming to California at the end of this month, an eviction storm, and many feel the state created it and only the state can prevent it from happening. A year ago, Governor Newsom proudly announced a program to completely reimburse landlords for the unpaid rent people owed during the pandemic.
100% of your back rent taken care of.
So a lot of tenants and landlords scrambled to apply for the program, which was set to end on March 31st of this year. Kamilah Miller was one of them.
I submitted my paperwork March 10th. I haven't heard a peep. I even called just to say, hey, just want to make sure everything's in there. And they're like, it's in there. And that's it.
Kamilah operates a preschool out of her Antioch home. The house is her business and means of support. And despite paying rent through most of the pandemic, she now owes about $4,000, and she's afraid of what could happen when the ban on evictions ends.
It was exciting to know that it was there, but then once you applied and you heard nothing for months, it's just back to scary. Yeah, and you feel like you're just back on your own.
It's a common problem. Processing applications has been painfully slow, and now a growing number of tenants who fit the income profile are being denied because of problems with the paperwork. And under the current law, if the debt isn't retired by June 30th, they could all be evicted.
We know some people who are denied rental assistance will become homeless, and here we are with almost $100 billion budget surplus.
But one tenants advocacy group says some landlords are taking advantage of a loophole caused by the rent relief program ending 3 months before the eviction moratorium will.
So they will only evict the tenant for April rent, or they'll only evict the tenant for May rent, so they can still get the tenant out, but the landlord still receives the rental assistance for all of the other months.
In fairness, a lot of small landlords signed up for the program as well and are also waiting for relief. Some of them haven't been paid rent for more than 2 years. Kamilah understands what it feels like when your income is tied to your home.
Yeah, renters and landlords are stressed out right now. The pandemic may be somewhat over, but the debt isn't.
In Antioch, John Ramos, KPIX 5.